Did you know that St. Luke's University Health Network, based in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, has been recognized by the U.S. government as the highest performing health system in the United States for quality? You heard right. St. Luke's #1 recognition affirms our status as the top leader among the most respected healthcare providers in the nation, including Houston Methodist and the Mayo Clinic. To state it simply, if you want to receive the best care when you go to a hospital, come to St. Luke's.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
So many headlines of late of what's happening, especially over in the UK. King Charles was here, and of course, Kier Starmer sure seems to be in trouble. Talking about all of this is our friend Nile Gardiner, a great commentator. He's also the director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom. And Nile, it's really great to have you here. This is Rita, of course, and John. We also have Ed Cox and also former Governor David Patterson and Judge Richard Weinberg. Fill us in on what's going over there in London, and especially vis-a-vis Keir Starmer, because when the prime minister came out, he sounded more like Neville Chamberlain, and you could tell President Trump was so frustrated with him. And then the new election took place with his party, and they're obviously not even happy with him over there, right?
Well, Rita, thanks very much for having me on the show today. In fact, I just flew in from London, actually late last night. And you're absolutely right about, Keir Starmer. What a complete disaster he is. He's, certainly in my view, the worst prime minister in British history. A shameless appeaser, of course, of the Iranian regime and other dictatorships across the world. And someone who's, knifed the United States in the back, actually, over the war against Iran. And at the same time, Keir Starmer's government is collapsing. There were recent local elections across the UK where the Labour Party, the ruling Socialist Party, suffered its worst defeat in its history. Reform led by Nigel Farage really surged, winning over a third of the votes across the UK in local elections. And so we are witnessing in real time the collapse of Keir Starmer's ghastly socialist government. Unfortunately, however, we don't have a general election until 2029 or 2028 at the earliest. And so the socialists still have a couple of years left in power. They will replace Keir Starmer, I think, in the next few weeks, months or so. But the fight continues, of course, to get the socialists out of power. They've been a monumental disaster for Great Britain.
Niall, what about the Muslim takeover of Great Britain? Last time I was over there, I really almost didn't even recognize London.
Yeah, there's, I think, been, 2 decades or so of mass migration into the UK, both illegal and legal, largely from the third world, overwhelmingly Islamic migrants, and parts of London have become, frankly, unrecognizable. The same goes for Paris, Berlin, Brussels, Vienna, The Hague, cities across Europe, the same thing. It's the huge Islamification of Europe, thanks to open borders policies, and Britain is fundamentally changing, actually, due to these open borders policies. And it's a real crisis, I think, for the future of Europe. It's a huge threat to the future of Western civilization. And the changes that we've witnessed in Britain just in the last couple of decades have been absolutely massive, really. And I think that, the UK and other European countries, Western Europe, are in real trouble here.
Ed Cox.
Yeah, I met Maggie Thatcher as prime minister with former President Nixon in 1983, and again at the services for President Reagan. She was just a very gracious lady. What would she think about the present situation in Great Britain?
Well, that's an excellent point, John. And without a doubt, Margaret Thatcher would have been absolutely horrified by the state of Britain today. And I was with Margaret Thatcher actually during the 9/11 attacks, and she watched horrific scenes, unfolding on television from London. And her immediate response was that we need to fight against the Islamists and defeat them. And that was her immediate advice, of course, to Tony Blair, who was then the Prime Minister. And she would have been, appalled and dismayed by the state of Britain today. And let's face it, the socialists, of course, are absolutely ruining the British economy. But at the same time, the mass migration issue is absolutely, I think, bringing Britain to its knees. And the same goes for many other countries in Western Europe. And she would have been mightily dismayed by the state of Britain today. But I think there is some hope for Britain, on the horizon with the rise of reform and Nigel Farage. And Nigel Farage, of course, is the real Thatcherite, politician I've met many times. Is a big admirer of Margaret Thatcher. And so there is an opportunity, I think, to reverse, a lot of the rot that's set in. But Britain is also, it's a warning to America as well, with the perils of mass migration and Islamification, but also the immense damage that socialist governments inflict. And if we have a return of the left in the United States, I think it would be catastrophic.
Well, I think it was catastrophic under the President Biden administration. Did it take King Charles, His Royal Highness, to come over and meet with President Trump to straighten out the situation in Great Britain?
Yeah, King Charles's visit was a great success, and I was at the arrival welcoming ceremony for King Charles at the White House, and I have to say he did a superb job, and he really helped to revitalize the U.S.-UK special relationship after Kier Starmer had really, damaged it very, very, very significantly. And so King Charles, came across as a real leader, a true friend of the United States, a huge contrast, of course, to Kier Starmer. And the monarchy remains hugely popular in the United Kingdom, but it's also popular among the American people as well, which we saw clearly with the state visit. And thank God we still have the British monarchy in the UK, a real symbol of stability and strength at a time of political turmoil. And what a contrast between King Charles III and the absolutely awful Kier Starmer, who not only is Kier Starmer anti-American, I think he's anti-British as well.
Wow.
That's not good for a prime minister.
I am so glad that King Charles came over and they worked it out with President Trump. And I think the two of them agree on many things. And the British people realize where they went wrong. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, a hugely successful state visit. And also with President Trump, you have in my view, the most pro-British, U.S. president of the modern era. He clearly loves the British people. He is a tremendous supporter, of course, of Brexit and British sovereignty and self-determination. President Trump cares more about the future of Britain than the British government.
Wow. Well, Nile, thank you for your perspective.
Let's
You're
talk
great.
some more again sometime, and thank you so much for setting us straight in America.
Thank you, Niall. Good to talk with you.
Thank you very much for having me on the show. Many
thank
thanks.
You.
Thank you.